Hey guys, how's it going? I hope we're all doing well. So we are on to the next part of Danganronpa, Chapter 2, aka the investigation begins into what is probably the most traumatizing scene that we've seen so far in this game, and we've seen some really brutal stuff. So yeah, let's begin this investigation. I have absolutely no idea who has done this. I honestly have no clue. I don't even have anyone I'm like massively suspicious of right now, so this is gonna be a doozy. Let's just delve into this shit because I'm a bit scared, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, okay, time to begin this horrendous freaking scene. The word bloodless is written on the wall in blood. Oh, never mind, it just skipped straight over here. Okay, so I don't think it's any kind of dying message. It's just too strange. But you know, that thing about writing bloodlust in blood, doesn't it sound kind of familiar? A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. And at the scene of each crime, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. They're like a ghost attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack? Oh, because we theorized that could be Monokuma. But if Monokuma's saying that one of us is the murderer, then one of us is Genocide Jack? Oh, shit. Genocide Jack, the murderous fiend whose grisly attacks were famous all across the country. The ultimate murderous fiend creating a reputation of abnormal, downright cruel killings.
What is this?
Then, this is some copycat killer trying to imitate Genocide Jack's style? But why would anyone do that? Perhaps it's the work of the real Genocide Jack. The real? Wait, are you saying Genocide Jack is here in the school?
No way!
There's no way. What's going so far is to write bloodlust at the scene. I am surprised at their stupidity.
Well,
I can't imagine a worse situation than dealing with a stupid murderer. What is it now? Toko! Hina was pointing towards the entrance to the girls' locker room. Toko was the last to arrive, and now she was just standing there. No! Why? 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 Oh. Bye, Toko. She fainted! That did not sound good. Toko! Hina rushed over to the collapsed Toko and started trying to shake her awake. Toko, are you okay? Come on, wake up.
Oh, that's right. I just remembered what she said about how she faints anytime she sees blood.
Oh. So she is hemophobic. I imagine she does not watch too many horror films then. This isn't a violation of the rules, right? I mean, technically she passed out somewhere beside her room. No, I think it should be okay. The regulations prohibit sleeping, like on purpose. So since she didn't faint on purpose, it didn't count. Gotcha.
Just a second.
Toko, can you hear me? Hey, you gotta wake up. As if she heard her. Toko suddenly shot awake, as in she literally jumped up from where she was laying. It was such a strange reaction, I was at a total loss for words. She leapt straight up into the air, changing her stance as she did. Oh, what the fuck is that face for? Don't trust that. Fuck no. In no time flat, she was just standing up, ignoring the physical contortions she had to go through. Her motions were totally haphazard. Huh? What? Sorry about that. I was just so shocked, you know. It happens, right? Was I the only one? I'm doing a different voice because I have I think something weird's going on here. Toko, are you okay? I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah, there's some fucking weird here. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead?
what the heck?
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. See, like she's not stuttering or anything. Don't like it. I don't like this. The world has a front and a back, a top inning and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies.
Well,
This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different. No, everything's fine. At least the stutter's all gone. That's a good thing, right?
I see.
It's clear to me that everything is not fine. Your eyes seem strangely vacant. It might be best if we take her back to her room for the time being.
so,
I don't mind taking her, but could someone help me? That's a good idea. Don't go alone.
if you need help, I don't mind.
Taka, could you help me? I just completely ignore Hifumi.
Huh? She totally ignored me.
Very well, you take care of the girl and the rest of us can begin the investigation right away. Can I assume nobody has a problem leaving Sakura and Mondo on guard duty again?
Hold on a second. Rushing to an investigation.
The mastermind isn't behind that. After what happened last time, surely you realize that. There is no question that Chihiro was murdered by someone among us. Yeah, by the way, some people left some comments saying, why are you saying Chihiro? I think it's from Spirited Away. My brain just went Chihiro. But yeah, Chihiro. Sorry, I will try and correct it. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Of course.
Right is right. But don't take it as a bad thing. It's just a fact of life. Because that's how graduation works.
Then it's happened again. Is that what you're saying? That another one of us killed a fellow classmate over a secret that they didn't want exposing.
What? Does that freak you out? You guys got no balls, you know that? Is there just nothing down there at all? Well, I'll let you pray to mine if you... What the fuck?
If you want. Oh, that's a weird thing to say.
Actually, I don't have any either, sorry.
Is Monokuma saying that because they're a bear? Like, as in, like, a toy? Or is Monokuma saying that because a female is behind what's going on? Just wondering. That's just a question. Stop monologuing and give us what you came here to give us. You did bring it, right?
I sure did, chum. Allow me to present the next Monokuma file. I know how much you must be looking forward to it.
See ya later!
So, please do your tippy-toppy best on this investigation.
No way!
Do we really gotta do another investigation? Examining the corpse of one of our friends. Having to suspect all our other friends.
Why?
I hate this. I can't take it anymore. I hate it too! I've had enough. I'm getting out of here.
Hey.
Where do you plan on going? There's nowhere to run.
Such.
Just accept it already. After all, blood is just a liquid. A dead body is a simple object.
You are fairly enthusiastic about all this, are you not?
Naturally.
How can I not be? If we don't unmask the culprit, we all die.
That's true, but to jump into it so soon.
What?
What? Do you want to die?
Such.
Fine, then go for die somewhere. Right now, we go ahead. You're a waste of space.
Damn you.
A dead body is an object.
Piece of shit.
Chihiro wasn't an object. Show a little respect or I'll beat some into ya.
Calm down.
Everyone, stop bickering. Listen, there's some truth in what Byakuya said.
Kyoko!
Because...
If we don't solve the mystery and find the killer, our own lives are forfeit. And if Byakuya is right, the Genocide Jack is somehow the one who killed Chihiro,
That's right.
then unless we do something, more victims could start piling up.
Forget more victims. If we mess this up, we're all dead meat.
Hey! Hey!
Hold on. If that's your worry, you don't gotta worry any longer. In any one killing game, the guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people. What? I don't remember any rule like that.
Actually...
I just came up with it. I mean, if one person went around and killed everyone, your lovely student life would all be over, right?
A new rule has been added to the regulations menu. So another person could still die, though, from Genocide Jack. In that case, why not limit it to one person?
Hey!
Well, in a good mystery, you don't want to miss out on at least the potential of a serial killer angle. No! Just one would totally murder that possibility.
Punishment
Very
is
well for
waiting
now.
for you.
I'll catch you guys at the class trial. I can't say I understand his thinking, but if we can kill up to 2 people, then one more person's life could still be in danger.
Which is definitely not good. We need to uncover the culprit before something else happens.
You son of a bitch.
You need to shut the fuck up.
So,
Well, for now, Takara and me are gonna drop Toko off at her room.
Nice! I'm gonna get dropped off.
there is nothing to be done.
We have no time to stand around here. We must begin our investigation to its suite. If we do not solve the mystery of who killed Chihiro,
Is that okay?
Then we will quickly follow her into the afterlife.
that's true. I hate this, but if we want to survive, me and everyone else, we have to do it. We don't have any other choice. I'm scared. First of all, I better check the Monokuma file to see exactly what's going on. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki, and her time of death is estimated around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the 2nd floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. Okay, I mean, at least that's some comfort that she didn't suffer, but obviously they have displayed her body afterwards, which is horrendous. That's all it says. But it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do. Has been added to the truth bullet section. Hey, Makoto, do you have a second?
Huh?
Did you need something from me? Of course, life without purpose is quite dull, you know.
So what did you need?
I'm gonna let you cooperate with me during my investigation.
Huh?
What?
I'm purchasing your talent, the same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case.
Solve? No, I just...
Stop talking.
You seem to have some limited use, which is why I've chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation. So you're inviting me to come with you. You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible there.
Let's go.
Now then, should we get started?
But...
We need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. I don't really know what just happened, but it looks like I'll be working with Byakuya on this one. Alright, okay, well let's talk to him first and see what he thinks. If you have time to talk, you have time to start investigating. Oh, never mind. Okay, well let's talk to the other two and see what they think. I use this locker room all the time. Now it's become the site of Chihiro's death.
But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else and then carried here. She was very light, that's true. But it wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still.
I still think she came here on her own by choice.
What makes you say that?
She'd been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. That is true, she did.
So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late?
Perhaps.
Peanut or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then.
Avoiding it?
Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us.
And instead she came to exercise in the middle of the night?
However.
Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others.
So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she also would have come with someone else?
It's a possibility, I think. Okay. Sakura's account has been added to the truth bullet section. Okay, let's talk to Mondo. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? All I need is to get stronger.
Yeah, I do remember that she said that more than once.
She sure did, which is why I guess explains the trip down here.
But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't all that strong.
I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex, can't help but wondering what it might be. Mondo's account has been added. Okay. Right, well, let's talk to Kyoko as well. And see what she thinks. She took her time examining Chihiro's corpse and poked and prodded, going over every inch of the lifeless body. A very strange woman, you know, being able to touch a dead body with absolutely no trouble. She seems to be concentrating pretty hard. It's like she can't even hear us. So let's have a look. So I think this is going to be the murder weapon. I also think that it is likely this may have happened here because there is blood splatter on the wall and blood splatter on the floor. And if this is the murder weapon, I doubt that they would have carried it from elsewhere. So I do think this probably did happen in this room. There's a dumbbell on the floor and this is a blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her.
Does that mean the dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Now I believe it's about time for us to move on.
Huh? Already?
What?
New clues will magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case.
That's true, but...
Let's go.
If you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy. I got caught with the wrong person this time. No, I'm not done yet. No, I'm going back in. I'm not done yet. No. But this is our next location.
Huh? This place is related to the investigation?
Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? Okay, well, can I go back in the room? I wasn't done yet. You've already spent plenty of time checking the crime scene. There are plenty of other things left to check here. Okay. Well, we know there was a thing about the door codes, right?
If I remember right, the card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
You called for me?
Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems the Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook.
And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
If there was some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounting Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter.
And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct.
So then, that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room and boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means... Hey, Makoto, I can see right through you.
See right through me?
Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in
So,
there.
in other words,
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right?
such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple.
But am I wrong?
You should pay closer attention to the regulations. Your answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine.
I would expect nothing else from the prodigal son of the noble Tagabi family. So you managed to snip out the loophole in the regulations.
Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things.
You're treating me like a puny appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since they can't actually talk, they're not people anymore, they're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it. Good.
Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it, so,
Why you?
So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together. Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest on your own damn self.
Okay.
That's fine.
Well, I know you're unfortunately lacking in mental faculty, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall.
Main hall?
That'll help you understand what's going on. Card reader's been added, yeah. Okay. We're kind of being very shoehorned in this investigation. There's way more that I want to go and look at. Like this blood stain on the wall. I wanted to, like, I didn't want to look at Chihiro's body, but I wanted to see what had happened, you know? And like where the head blow was and things like that, because that could help give us clues. And instead we're being very shoehorned by Byakuya, which I don't particularly appreciate at this point. And it's a little bit suspicious, but I feel like this whole chapter has been trying to cater us to being suspicious of him. So I don't know. We came to the main hall.
So, what are we looking for here?
Does that mean I have to figure out for myself? Oh, there's something there. This, maybe? There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook? Oh, shit. Oh, wait, there's 3 of them, but what are they doing here? So, you finally found them.
Huh? Did you know these were here, Byakuya?
I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. Why is everything trying to make us so sus of him? I don't think it's him, though. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox.
So then these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka?
You can go ahead and confirm it for yourself. I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did... Sayaki and Mizono. Yeah.
You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook.
Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole I revealed earlier.
Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it.
So, whoever knew about this? I should pay close attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited, but the act of loaning is prohibited, but borrowing someone else's is fine. Yeah. I see, yeah, now I understand. Yeah.
What?
Hold on a sec.
What's wrong?
Very strange.
One of the handbooks won't turn on.
Is it broken? Whose is it?
The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up.
Then the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs.
Pummeled with baseballs.
The memory of it came flooding back, the cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted, a cruel, heartless death.
You're right, it wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Also, it would have been kind of useless because they needed a girl's handbook anyway.
Damn it!
Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey! Hey! What? That EBA handbook is essential to student life here. Cruel, integral, instrumental, and a big super deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did. If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit with it, it wouldn't do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point. It does?
I can't hear you!
But it's a secret! I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what his weakness was, right?
Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be?
Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared.
What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it might not, doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Yeah. Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit.
Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro.
To be exact, not quite.
Huh?
Not quite? I mean...
What do you mean by that, Byakuya? Not to be exact? To be exact, not quite?
Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack.
Then, you really think... You truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case.
That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost attacking suddenly and then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack.
They say that he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, one of us could really be that demented, psychotic killer like that?
You're not wrong to wonder.
But words mean little right now.
I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. And I have a basis to believe that, I assure you, Genocide Jack is one of us. Basis?
Is there really proof?
There's somewhere I'd like to take you, but this will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence? Does something like that really... Ah, hey, you two! Big trouble, I need your help.
I don't have time to
We're
play
busy,
with you.
leave us alone. But it's an emergency! Emergency! Please, come on, you gotta help me! What's wrong? This is a serious emergency, please, you gotta help me.
Just calm down, okay, Hina?
But it's an emergency!
What is it? An emergency? What happened?
Something's wrong with Toko, she's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right?
What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her.
Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat
Don't make...
myself.
Oh. I didn't expect that. I thought sure he'd just say no and that'd be the end of it. Okay, come on, hurry.
Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
Looks like she headed to the dorms, to Toko's dorm, most likely.
You're right.
You guys are too slow.
I think you're just too fast.
So what's this emergency? Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know, to see what she was doing. But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out and she kept saying all this weird stuff.
Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves.
Yeah, good idea.
Should we? May as well give it a shot. The door swung open slowly and silently. Oh, hello! I'm a bit scared. What is going on? Holy crap! Aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
This bitch is Genocide Jack! Oh, I mean, when she started doing, like, the tongue sticky out thing, like the Uwu girls, I did have a moment where I was like, oh, fuck no. Fuck no, this is scary. But this confirms it. Oh, Toko, are you okay? This is not good. And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. But was Genocide Jack really behind this? Is the interesting question. But I guess Genocide Jack would be Toko's secret, right? Maybe? If Toko is Genocide Jack.
What was that?
She's been acting like that the whole time. When I rang a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door, but it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door? Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Shiro? No! How did you not take from that interaction that Toko is, like, a Genocide Jack might be the same person? Like, I'm guessing, like, split personality or something? That is absolutely how I've taken that. Is that how I'm not supposed to have taken that? Is that why Toko's so scared? Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Oh, Byakuya, get in there. She fancied you.
Hey, Byakuya, do you think you could ask her to come out of her room, I mean?
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Huh? You gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of a door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
What do you want?
Leave me alone. You're all so annoying. Byakuya.
It's Byakuya.
That's hilarious. I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation.
Hold on. Hey, Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of the delusions, I'm sure.
But
Stop.
If I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya! And I hurried to catch him. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to stop in front of a certain room.
the library?
Come on, let's go in. Okay, what are we doing here?
It's the archive, right?
Hurry up and go inside.
Oh, here?
Let's go.
It all makes sense once you're inside. Oh, okay. Oh, we haven't been in this room yet. Oh, there's so many books and files.
So much dust, too.
So in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to enjoy the dust. Okay. Let's have a look through. The wooden box and it's empty. Although judging by this much in the dust, it looks like there was something inside. What is that?
I wonder what it was.
There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library.
An extension cord, huh?
Okay.
Huh? It's a desk lamp.
Like the one that, yeah, same one I saw Byakuya use in the library before.
what?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before and then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Okay. There's a ton of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those file things are full with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. The kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful.
Huh? What do you mean?
All those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak.
Oh.
So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government document, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent?
This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie.
Well, it's not that. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but... I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together?
I suppose it goes to show how much power Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps, the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored.
It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal.
What's wrong? You still can't believe it?
What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple. Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. You don't understand what they're actually representing. You don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them many times, so there is no doubt.
Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why?
My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Members of the Chikami family have access to a variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic.
How is that possible?
So in other
I already
words,
told you it's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council, and I have within me the bloodline that will allow me one day to bend the world to my will. So why are you in here? Weird. But to become such a ruler, I must know all the levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I'd like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of the cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. See, I feel like it's trying to point me to Byakuya being the killer. I'm bouncing back and forth. I don't know. I feel like maybe it's going to be someone completely unrelated to all of this, but like I feel like this is taking me on a bit of a wild goose chase, but I don't know. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack case has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. See, is that rope or is that cable? Is that like an extension cable? Bloodless is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise. The best part is yet to come. But the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, only ones who knew about the particular fact were members of the police or the other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about the act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. Well, either it's a copycat that's read the file, or it's the real Genocide Jack. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in
The
other
culprit
words-
isn't a copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack.
In other words,
That right there is the evidence the Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then, Genocide Jack really is such a brutal fiendish killer really walking around among us?
interesting.
Things really are starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become a part of our little game. Now, don't you think it'd be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Byakuya, about that Genocide Jack case file. Could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Byakuya handed me the file and I flipped through it with a tense, nervous finger. Suddenly my hand stopped. I reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had been collected. Jeez. Oh damn, so the majority of the victims were like older men. The murder took place in the parking lot of the victim's apartment complex. Damn, so it was like scissors. Scissors were apparently custom made, every pair. Oh. Yeah, it's written in such a specific way. Kanarada 32, Tetsuhiro Honda 17, Shimasamune, Yuto Yumajima. There's no end to it. One thing became perfectly clear as I read. All the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. But also, they all are men. So, why is Chihiro different? And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page? Profiling results? All of the crimes took place either at weekdays at night or during the holidays, either day or night. Most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on this fact, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely that there was any external reason for this. The confused behaviour suggests the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
So in other words,
The key point here is the culprit may well have a split personality. Split personality like the kind of things you see on TV. So I'm a part of another totally unbelievable story, but this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up until now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know, I feel like my mind has gone numb. The Genocide Jack case file. It's weird
go.
though. Huh?
Where are we going?
Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we?
Wait, Byakuya!
As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial.
Huh? Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time.
Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. Oh, And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he asked me to join him, he cut me off. And in the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really interesting clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack, he's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find out no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go to investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room, and I should check the boys' locker room too. The others might have come up with some info I might find useful or matter. I need to find out everything I can. Alright, well, I'm going to start with the crime scene. Okay.
Ding, ding, ding! Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as if...
Another stat increase for me!
Evidence? What did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet. But I guarantee that what I will find will steal the killer's breath from his lungs.
Are you sure about that?
Oh yeah, Miss Lundeberg said she witnessed something worthwhile too. Really? What did she see? She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right? Okay, so where's Celeste now? The warehouse by the dorm. She was there, but at the same time, not there.
What's it gonna be? Right. I could feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body. Okay. Right, so we've got Bloodlust written there. The word Bloodlust written on the wall in blood, just like all those Genocide Jack cases. Every crime scene, the word Bloodlust is written into the victim's own blood. There is blood on this poster as well. Bloodstained poster, the blood is most noteworthy part, but the big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. The girls' locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. No, it doesn't. And then we've got the blood on the floor. There's a blood stain on the carpet. It could only have been caused by Chihiro's murder. Hey, Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation?
Indeed.
Generally speaking.
However,
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something beside the investigation? What is it?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then.
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time, thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
Goodbye.
That's all. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess take another look at the body then. Chihiro's handbook is missing. That's definitely worth worrying about. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? This rope has a plug, so it is an extension cord. So, wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right, this issue of her being suspended in the fatal blow. At first, I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack case file, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? One thing's most likely to tie all these mysteries together. The truth and nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro, and to figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. Oh, the posters have been switched. Huh? This poster. A popular boy band called Tornado somehow doesn't quite seem to fit into the boys' locker room. Oh, but wait, that reminds me, the poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. The boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. The posters have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little bit more about the locker rooms. Yeah, so they have been switched. Okay, that's weird. Oh, wait, there's a stain on the floor. There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Boys' locker room carpet's been added? So was she with one of the boys then? In here? Go speak to Sakura again, because she... You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura?
Of course.
I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay, then let me ask you something. Do you think the posters and the boys in the girls' locker room could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I've never really paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However...
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I'd like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee? In the warehouse, it's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with the coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. A stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
Of course.
Exactly, I noticed earlier, but the stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned up. But still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain in it here to begin with. So maybe she was murdered in the boys' locker room? That doesn't seem like something Genocide Jack would do. So we think the extension cord probably got taken from here. The one box is empty. The extension cord was in there before. Genocide Jack files are here. Ace file, I know it's around here somewhere. Oh, it's gone. Did someone take it out of the archive? But the only one who would do something like that, I can't think of anyone but Byakuya. I can check the desk lamp maybe. Lamp won't turn on. I see it's not plugged in. The lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here, but last time I saw it, it's definitely on and it was definitely right here. Yeah, so it's that. Byakuya was using an extension cord. There you go, yeah. But there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... So that definitely got taken. Okay, so someone's taken the Genocide Jack book, which is weird. I'm beginning to think a guy's done this. Maybe we should have confessed our most embarrassing secrets after all. Damn it. I'm sorry, Chihiro. It's all because I wasn't strong enough. Oh, bless him. Oh, hey. What's up? I haven't been up to anything myself, that's for sure. I definitely haven't looked inside the mailbox. A bit weirdly specific. So he knows it's here as well. Huh. You're beginning to look a little bit suspicious.
Oh, hi, Hina. How's Toko doing?
Same as before. She won't come out. She just keeps mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there.
You left her?
My head was all swimmy and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry. I'm going to head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her.
Speaking of which, what are you eating?
A donut, of course. Of course. There are two things I'm sure got created out of space and donuts.
Really?
I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. Oh, I should have tried to spend more time with her.
Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us.
Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true. It wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls.
Was she just shy?
I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but be totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh, wait, maybe. Maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The lore says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? Okay, I have a guess. About something. I'm wondering, Shiro transgender, maybe? And that's why she was using the boys, because biological gender was what was in the tablet, not like your gender identity. Maybe. I don't know, that's just a guess, but I'm just wondering if maybe that's why. I think so. I never really saw her as that kind of girl. Yeah, let's go and speak to... We know that Celeste is down here, so let's go and speak to Celeste.
Celeste, what are you doing here?
This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from.
I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless.
Then, did you find something?
Very well. I will tell you and only you.
Actually,
Last night I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse.
What, really?
indeed.
This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this would ever have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose.
So apparently she went to the girls' locker room late at night to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of a track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying, which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Oh, don't tell me that's the evidence to collecting time. Is that it? Oh, I still don't know.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
Oh God, no, I'm not ready. I don't know who it is.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The class trial.
Oh shit.
You remember where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
Hope someone else knows. I've got 3 different suspects here. Begin the class trial or?
It's about to begin.
Am I supposed to know by now? I have 3 suspects. The red door is right through here. Dude, I don't know. Oh no.
So is everyone ready to what? Am I blind or am I missing someone?
Yo.
Yo, yeah, Toko's not here.
And Toko is?
Really don't remember.
Come on.
Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna
Okie
do?
dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please.
And just like he said a few minutes later, he reappeared dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. Can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible! You're terrible!
Whew, now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek, nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. But who was it? And the murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. Okay.
We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
It's true.
Yes. I gave a small non-reply. With one last deep breath, I walked towards the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, we began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions. I couldn't stop speculating. Yeah, I have 3 suspects. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground, and as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation.
What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting?
Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Good. You're rip-raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it, not at all.
Well,
Okay, then let's get this show on the road. Everyone, please find your assigned seats.
And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. We'll have to see if some stuff comes to forth during the trial.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. Make your argument. Room dumbbell. Okay, let's just go through all the options first. Okay.
Chihiro's fatal injury.
Yeah.
It appears it was a head wound.
Yes, that is correct.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been? I bet it was an iron pipe.
So we know that's wrong, so
Interesting.
that's wrong.
That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Okay, so we know that's incorrect. So, yeah. Let's start that cycle then. The weapon had to be at the scene of the crime. There's something wrong with the bloodstain on it. Yeah.
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Yeah, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah. So we know it wasn't. We know it was a dumbbell.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell? Found at the scene of the crime?
Yeah.
It was covered in blood. And there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake
Yeah.
and no room for doubt on
Definitely a dumbbell.
You looked at her head wound?
We didn't really have a choice, to be fair.
That's so creepy!
Didn't really have a choice.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
I'm glad you know.
For real?
Killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
I don't think it is, though. I think it's a copycat. Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? Genocide Jack case file.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why?
Oh.
Well, I mean, there's just no proof for it.
Oh, that's how you slow it down, yeah.
So, speaking of Genocide Jack, I don't know who that is!
So the thing Byakuya was showing me in the archive, one look at that and anyone would be convinced. It shows that this was what Genocide Jack. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, god damn it. Blocked it.
So...
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
I do love the way you just... No, you're wrong.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Freaking idiot. Bloodlust, not boob lust, you idiot.
It's actually bloodlust.
So freaking stupid.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case, which the world at large doesn't know, if I'm not mistaken, has to do with the positioning of the body, how the victim was positioned.
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way.
Yeah.
Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
I don't know if it is, though.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Unfortunately, yes. But I don't know if they're really the culprit.
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
Oh, I mean, I knew that.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity
mean...
is Toko Fukawa.
Yeah, it fucking is. I worked that out a while ago in this episode because... Yeah, well, she literally told me, so...
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Yeah, split personality.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
I'm rid of sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also not to be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Yeah, but I don't know if this was Toko.
Now I understand.
That one
is it because Genocide
tough.
Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too.
Yeah, they theorized it was a student with split personality.
They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
That shows Toko could have split personality, but it has to do with her behavior. Her behavior changed.
I got it!
But I just don't
You're
know if it
talking
is
about how she
her.
started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when
Maybe
she saw
it is. Maybe
Chihiro's
it's that
corpse,
easy, and
then,
I'm making it a bit
when
more
she woke
complex.
up,
But I'm fine. I'm fine. Oh, wait.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead?
Yeah, but I don't. She must hit her head real hard when she fainted.
The world has a front and a back and a top and a bottom, the sea of truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in.
It was to keep Genocide Jack from getting out.
It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her.
Damn.
Of killing even more people.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's kind of terrifying.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Oh, is this the promise?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
That's the promise.
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
Oh, God!
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
Yeah, Byakuya is definitely not the one to have a romantic fantasy fairy tale with. I can tell you that right now.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I just still have the feeling it's not her, but...
I tried.
Oh, maybe it is? I don't know.
I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
Are you trying to drive her to, like, compare to you, dude?
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person you don't mean.
Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second... Oh, God. Ooh, that is scary as fuck.
Is it me you were hoping to see?
No. I'm scared. Oh my God, look at this creepy bitch.
What the heck?
Why is her tongue so long? It's like this long.
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
I don't know. Fucking hell.
What happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's fault.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation.
What are you doing? An interview?
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds. Just kidding.
Then it it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid! And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
So scary!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
I don't know.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24
Oh, I
hours,
guess.
an embarrassing memory
Yeah,
or
that's
secret
true.
would be revealed.
Yeah.
Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling it wasn't going to be her. But the worst thing is, if it's not her, and then it's someone else, we're now stuck in here with her. Ah! That's not good.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion. Maybe so, but nevertheless,
I think I know who. I have a feeling who it is.
Do you really expect any of us to believe
I just don't know how to prove it, but I think I know who it is.
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster!
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all of this. Yeah, it's not over yet. I don't think we've found the killer. Status of the dead body.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things. Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
I don't think that's
What more
true.
proof do we need?
Yeah, I don't think the modus operandi matches. No, I think it's
Give
that
it up.
one.
You killed her.
I don't think the modus operandi fully matches, you know. You have to focus on remembering Chihiro's body. That must have the answer. That should prove what he said isn't quite right. Yeah.
The modus operandi matches completely.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
It doesn't. I don't think it does. It is different.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Well, let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Yeah. There's one clear difference between the murders. The photos from the other Genocide Jack cases look at the neck and the stomach. Here you'll see the clear difference. The victim's fatal injury.
I got it!
Yeah. There's a stab wound.
For one,
whereas
the cause of death
this one
is
was a
different.
head blow.
In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way.
With a lot of scissors. That's a lot of scissors.
According to the case file, they
Jeez.
were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably
Yeah.
different from the other murders.
Very, very different.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
Yeah, it's kind of terrifying.
So,
Are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right, the second difference relates to how she was suspended. In the photos of the Genocide Jack cases, all the other victims were stabbed through their hands. What was used to suspend her? Yeah, it was like the...
Do you remember what the
stuff.
killer used
Well,
to suspend her?
I forgot what the name of it is. Extension cable.
They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's 2 differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you
Big
referring
Mac.
to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Okay.
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at
Well,
who
they're
the
all
victims
male.
were in each Genocide Jack case.
Yeah, no,
There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Yeah, yeah, a pattern. Yeah, they're all male.
And it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Let's see. There was patterns surrounding the Genocide Jack victims. Chihiro didn't fit it. If you look at the names of every victim, what you notice is, I think I figured out, I know why she couldn't have killed Chihiro. Because Chihiro was a girl.
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
I keep saying Chihiro. Sorry, Chihiro. Flipping hell, I've just got that in my head. I'm so sorry.
Right on the money.
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Ken Harada. Yep. Yep. There's no end to it. They were all males.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
That's nice.
I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
I mean, the voice acting is really good, but...
What the hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl! And the mopey side of me just hates it!
I'm terrified.
But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy.
Oh, so maybe
But that's not
Byakuya
all
would
there
be
is to it.
the victim as well.
It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement?
Yeah.
It'd make me the obvious suspect.
It would. And I think Genocide Jill has enough pride in what she does that she wouldn't do it this sloppily. No, I think it's one of the boys. I think yeah.
Does make some amount of sense.
I don't think it's her. I'm not convinced.
Whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors.
Yeah.
Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Mhm.
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Oh my god! Oh, one of these boys get murdered by her. Guaranteed. Oh, this crazy bitch!